Okay, everybody, welcome to Science with the Bakers. I have my helpful assistants, Brooke and Aaron, and today we're going to talk about this. And this word is electromagnet. So if we break this down into two parts, this part over here, electro, that sounds a lot like?
Electric.
That sounds like electric, right? And this part in blue, Brooke, magnet sounds like?
Magnet.
That's right. So electromagnet is just what it sounds like. It's a magnet made using electricity. So the really important thing to remember today is that electricity can be used to create a magnetic field. And I know that sounds a little bit weird, doesn't it, Brooke? Yeah, because when we used to talk about a magnetic field, usually we're talking about magnets, exactly. But it's true. So if we use some of these tools today, this, what's this?
Wire?
This wire, yeah, it will have something running through it, which is called current electricity. And that current that runs through there will create a magnetic field. So what are we going to need to make a current go through this particular piece of wire, Brookie?
Battery.
A battery. That's right. So the simplest electric magnet that you can make is pretty much just using a battery and a coil of wire. But in order to make it work better, we're going to need to take that wire and put it around something iron. Now this is not the world's greatest piece, but this will be just fine, this big metal screw here. And when the current runs through that, we're going to create an electric field that creates magnetism, just like a bar magnet. And what are we going to try to pick up with that, Brooke?
This. They're paper clips.
Paper clips. Now, another place you could use to get electricity besides a battery could be the... She needs help. Where can you get electricity?
iPad.
The iPad. Well, no, Brooke, but good try. You could use wall outlet, right? The mains electricity you got there in the end. So what we would do is we would start and we would take this wire and we would start to coil it around and around and around and around and around our piece of metal. So we're going to let Aaron work on that for just a minute. But like anything else, not all magnets are the same power. So how do you think we could make it more powerful, Brooke?
2 batteries.
2 batteries. That would be giving us more power. Is there any other thing that we could do besides more batteries?
Yes, I know.
What is it?
Add more wires.
Add more wires. So you can see this one that I rolled up earlier has a whole lot more wire on it than this one that Aaron's working on. So can you see the difference? This one has like many coils of wire compared to that one. So if we want to test it out, we would take our battery and our electromagnet, and you have to hold the 2 wires to the positive and the negative terminals. Do you remember why we need to do that, Brooke?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it gets electricity.
Yeah, so the electricity can go all the way around. And if we hold it on there, we should be able to pick up our paper clips. Did we miss one?
Yeah.
You think we can get that last guy, Brooke?
Oh no!
Get on there, you. All right, so we were able to pick them all up. Now we're going to see if Brooke can do it too, but without the battery. Pick them up, Brooke. So,
it's not working.
without electricity, you don't have an electromagnet. So where would you find these electromagnets? Do you want to try this little one? So while Aaron's going to see if this little one will work, we can think about places where you'd find them in your house. So electromagnets are in a lot of places that you might not expect. Do you know any places where you might find an electromagnet, Brooke?
In the computer.
In the computer, right. You can find them in a computer. Just like your iPad or your MacBook or whatever. Yeah, they're in your cell phones. Okay, Aaron, did you get any with that one? So the last one was able to pick up all of them. And this one was able to pick up...
I think it could pick up more.
1.
Yeah, 1.
So what's the difference between Aaron's and mine? They're the same screw and the same battery, so the only difference is the amount of wire. More wire, more power. So you'd also find electromagnets in your fridge, your dishwasher, wash machine.
Your CD player.
Your CD player, if anybody's using CDs nowadays. If you are, tell your parents to buy you an iPad. And those would potentially have an electromagnet in them too.